Hello. How is everyone? Lol. Oh, finally. Uh, ce la faremo? Ce la faremo? O non? No. Nope. Oh, am I ready? Hi, Ratio. What you doing? Okay. Oh, now we are talking. Let me check the assignments. Play mode. Dispatch again. Ah, hey, hey. You're this close. This effing close to the. Wait a minute, where's the main quest? Oh, finally. Navigate. Let's go because I want it. I want that. Okay, so we are. Okay. Mhm. Where am I supposed to go again? Oh, up there. Let's go. Porca. Let's go. Oh, look. Wow, that was so good.
Oh, nice moves.
Light up the dark.
We just washed it away and here it comes again. The Black Tide is really no joke.
Light up the dark. Light up the dark.
Everyone, this is so good. I want it. What's
The waters end here. The one you seek is beyond this point.
who are you?
At last, I can meet with Her Majesty Saridra herself. Are there any formalities I need to observe?
Don't kneel, don't do the hand-kissing or foot-kissing gestures of the old dynasty, and most of all, don't bow. The Imperator despises such rituals, especially when the heads of those taller than her bend beneath her crown.
She really is down to earth.
The second thing to note, only trusted ones may come near her. Keep 5 paces distance until the Imperator allows otherwise.
Sounds like an old friend of mine.
Well, experience is a good thing. Stay sharp, and you'll be just fine.
I mean, let's go. Me.
Dux Goldweaver, little hostage. Apologies for keeping you waiting.
Little hostage. Why?
It's you.
You know them? Good. That makes things easier.
Before that, I'm more curious about one thing. Where is Her Majesty Saridra?
To avoid any misunderstandings, nameless Swordmaster. Although we spoke and laughed along the way, I never said you were entitled to meet her. The Imperator decreed. The Deliverer will not appear in this age. Be wary of suspicious individuals. Come now, both of you. Let
I see. It's a trap. I had no intention of fighting. So remember this, Lady Hysealand. If my sword shows any, don't thank me. Thank them instead.
No, you misunderstand. We don't want to see Chrysoceres hurt each other. Just give us some time to ask you a few questions.
Oh, okay. Questions. Okay.
The Nestia's golden threads will judge you and decide your fate.
As you wish.
White-haired Swordmaster? If what you say is true, then you must know the fate of the world.
What can I say except you're right? Except you're right. It's okay, it's okay. You're welcome, you're welcome.
So, how much do you know about what we read from the prophecy?
You shall shatter into 1,000 fragments and wither in the soil of foreign lands. Is that correct, Lady Treby?
How is this possible?
He got it right?
Yes, but the prophecy never mentioned he'd appear here. At least, not in this era.
You must listen to me, Aglaya, Treby. The Finan of this world has not yet been born. In a distant future, he will follow the prophecy's guidance and appear before you. But do not seek him out. Because Era Nova is a complete and utter lie. I will tell you the truth. And you will understand why the world must forsake the prophecy and find another path to Era Nova. Because I know both of you. And I believe that no matter how the course of history may change, the faith we all share will always remain the same. And so, the layers of rock began to reverse. And
Islam.
history wove itself anew. Through my old acquaintances, I was given the chance to meet the leader of the Flame Chase journey, Saridra. And after a long and arduous negotiation, we came to an agreement. The Imperator's alliance needed the destruction, and I was ready to pour all my strength into it. The spoils of the Flame Chase, the core flames, would be sealed by my hand. But the condition was this. In the upcoming battle, in our conquest of the Earth, I had to prove that my power could transcend fate. In the original history, there was a brutal war. At the end, the Titankin of Georios, Terravox, killed the rampaging Titan and took the core flame that supported the Earth. But this time, Amphorius encountered a turning point in its fate. Neither side suffered any losses. when I severed the Titan's head and raised the core flame high. The crowd gathered around the scorched remains of the god, roaring with joy, cheering for the hero of the destruction, who had ignited the faint spark of life for the first time.
Whoa.
Yes, in that flickering light, the once dark path ahead seemed to become clearer. I proved myself, and in the long years that followed, I brought down the other Titans, one by one. I could do more than just wait. When time resets, the chance to change the world also emerges from the lines of history. Until finally, the brutal future revealed by Era Nova is reversed. But tell me, if that's truly the case, why are we doomed to the same outcome?
Heh. The first eternal recurrence and okay. I see double.
The people
Prepare.
kept their promise and handed you all the core flames. In this world after Trebios, no demigods were born in Amphorius. At this point, I just want to know. When they vanished into the black tide with their mortal bodies, why didn't you shed even a single tear? Your indifference chills me. To you, were they just a bunch of insignificant footnotes?
Sorrow has been my constant companion. In fact, with 12 core flames upon me, the fire in my heart has never been more violent.
Oh my
I'll
god.
remember this world through anger. As long as I burn, they'll never truly leave me.
Perhaps it's already too late. But you're right. Anger, at this moment, is the only weapon I can rely on. So, draw your sword, Executioner. I'll make sure you realize that your greatest mistake was leaving me alive.
Fine on. Fine on. No? Vabbè. Perché è? No, tragedia!
He raised his sword and attacked. Then, Kaslana killed himself. That day, who fell to the sword to be left in the past, and who went into the future, I can't remember anymore. I only remember a nymph, hiding in the shadows just out of sight, futilely pushing a stone ball. Climb, fall, climb, fall, climb again, and fall. The only freedom the nymph had was in choosing how to roll the stone. Sometimes fast, sometimes slow. Sometimes resting on a gentler slope, leaning against the stone for a break. But its choice couldn't change the futility of it all. The stone would always roll back down the slope, and the nymph would always return to the starting point, beginning again. After that, Every time I reached this point in the cycle, the burning sky would cast a shadow over its path. It would nearly reach the peak at the fourth quint of curtain fall hour, then fall to the starting point in the first 15 seconds of the next entry hour. And my efforts in this cycle would dissolve into nothing at the same time.
Proceeded 12 crises are to cover 12 core flames. After verification, the authorized access did not have a substantial impact on the experiment. Life cycles of 12 crisis errors were terminated strictly in the predetermined experimental sequence and successfully loaded into the buffer. Subject Kaslana regressed the extrapolation process and for creation rule. Add my notes, first devastating failure. Ma Dio mio. Ok. Whoa.
Absolute nonsense.
I thought cycles was the answer you were looking for.
No. It's just that the answer came so suddenly. There was no fun in tracing it back to its roots. Eons? Paths? What a load of nonsense.
I can't give you an exact explanation of those two concepts either.
Enough. I'm just expressing my frustration. Don't you understand? I was already expecting this. The black tide came from beyond the sky. And everything else is no exception.
Fate is a strange thing. No matter how the details of history change, the Anaxa I know always remains as harsh as ever.
If the other Anaxagoras actually worshipped the gods, I'd make sure to find a way to break the cycles and crush them in their cradles. Too bad. Now only you have the ability to do that.
What's that supposed to mean? You're willing to help?
Of course. The core flames were meant to save the world. And in my opinion, the noble Titans have no reason to refuse. Besides, according to you, before stepping into these endless cycles, you were my pupil.
I've already heard the same thing countless times.
Enough chit-chat. Let's go. If we run into any other scholars, leave them to me. We've all made preparations for total annihilation.
Oh, finally.
Never thought someone would step in to help.
Oh. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Light up the dawn.
Go.
Light up the dawn. Light up the dawn.
You've been to the Luminary Throne before, haven't you?
Yes, yes, but let me check.
If you're talking about in past cycles.
You were already much luckier than the other students.
For the loot. For the loot. For the loot.
Hold up. Keep your wits about you. Someone's watching us.
Oh, best girl. Yo,
Pretty
yo.
boy, your eyesight's better than I thought. As for that false god who's been turning the world upside down, it's you, isn't it, white hair?
You sure do love stealing the spotlight. In the name of the Seven Sages, I demand that you immediately step away from the Luminary Throne. This is the sacred ground of reason, and no one take my words back to Aglaya. I won't say the same thing twice, Catgirl.
Out there.
Why? You won't even call me the demigod of trickery. That is just heartbreaking. I have some words for you, too. First, as one of the most heretical blasphemers in the world, you have no right to lecture me. Second, this is none of your business, Grove Boy. Step aside. I don't want anyone getting hurt.
Here we go. Again.
Core Flame thieves. You really think you can scare off a Sage of the Grove with nothing but empty threats?
This gloomy little brat's got a sharp tongue. Ooh, not bad, not bad. I kinda like you. As a return favor, he's on Cersei's core flame right here. Aw, don't cry now.
That was close. I'm out of here.
Porcacchio.
They're exactly like all the past cunning.
Sounds like you have a plan.
Of course. But along the way.
Where are you going?
I don't know.
The Venerationists' foolish inventions finally come in handy.
How is this possible?
You've arrived, Zacharias. Always so punctual.
What? Do you know who I am?
I'm running out of patience. So I'm not going to waste words. Listen up, Spirit Thief. Hand over the core flame, and let's pretend we never clashed. This way, you and this world can still be saved.
Save? You sing better than any bard. If you ask me, you're the greatest disaster Emporius has ever known. No matter how strong you are, you're still just a mortal body. Carrying 12 core flames? Don't make me laugh. You'll just get consumed by the divine flames and drag this world down with you.
134.
What?
This is the 134th cycle I've lived through. and the number of core flames I carry is
1,596.
yes.
1,000 core flames and just a single Chrysos hair. How is that even possible?
Don't laugh.
I've come this far, and that's proof enough.
But someday you will burn to the ground.
Of course, the divine flames will eventually consume my eyes and blind me. But before that, they could still forge and sharpen Dawnmaker. Now when I cut open your stomach, you won't feel a thing.
You...
This is the final.
Fine. Assume this world holds 100 million possibilities. And no matter how one looks at it, 99,999,999 of them all point to outcomes of certain destruction. Even so, I'll use my divine power, despised by the people of this world, to achieve that 1 in 100 million possibility. Bartolos! Brett, if you got the guts, you'll have to first step over my dead body.
No.
This little brat is not a threat we can deal with just by ourselves.
Existence is of no consequence. For tomorrow! I can't let them down. A future will come!
In my memories, Zagreus always meets the same end. Their departure no longer stirs anything in my heart.
This reason core flame before us is a fake. Obvious as day.
I know. It always plays out like this. The spirit. And then, driven by defiance or hatred, she decides to stand before me once more. Exactly like the countless past hers I've known. Cunning.
Since you've witnessed this same scene play out countless times, will you carve the trickery core flame from my chest now?
That depends on your attitude. At least so far, in the cycles where you've asked this question, the endings haven't been so cruel.
Well, thank you for that. But I also believe that this time, you won't catch up to me. No one can catch up to me. I'm no longer running to escape anymore.
Whether you believe me or not, I'll still tell you this. You've made the wrong decision.
All right, then.
Silence.
This is new.
One-eyed boy. What are you trying to pull now?
Go, Cythera. Give us some time in private. This isn't for her, but for you. You've walked too far down this path. It's time to discuss a possibility. Maybe the road you're walking is not one of salvation, but one that will simply drag the world into the flames. For old time's sake, turn back. I don't care how many times you've tried, because there's one thing I'm sure of. Your Messiah complex has turned you into something no different from the icy gods you spoke of. The children of humanity you swore to save. They are no more than ants to you now, aren't they?
Uh,
Of course. I've been wondering, what kind of demon could burn my homeland to the ground in an instant without batting an eye? Now I have the answer. It turns out that fiery demon has been fantasizing of becoming this world's deliverer.
I don't want to argue anymore. No matter what I say, the outcome won't change. Make your biggest effort to resist, or accept fate, and hand over the core flame to me. Even if it's futile, we all have the right to choose.
Yes. Even if it is futile, and the world is just a divine joke.
When I walk into the destruction written by the gods, with my own 2 legs, you will witness. Even the smallest footnote still leaves a mark in this story.
Ti prego, no.
And so, at the end of the 134th cycle, the Traveler and the Scholar fulfilled their fates once again. Or perhaps it wasn't just they who fulfilled their fates. I can't quite remember all this. In the endless darkness, for no reason, a voice always lingered by my ear.
In realtà ho iniziato da un bel po'.
Losses are a constant on the flame chase journey, among which even life itself holds little value. Reduced to ashes. Such a familiar end. It happens in every journey. Always the same.
Cos'è? Life cycles of the 12 processes terminated in sequence with a trend of acceleration noted. Subject Caslana regressed the extrapolation process. Note, subject strategy now nearly identical to Eternal Recurrence 42. Mind function degradation detected with possible irreversible damage. Administrator directive received. No more prompts about the risk of mind function damage. Insomma, per dire, lo so. È stata una serata un pochettino pesantina, Angie. Eternal Recurrence. Bla bla bla. Ce la facciamo? Porca miseria. Ma quanto dolore bisognava dare a sto tizio? Bisognava ucciderlo nell'anima?
You don't look so good, Deliverer.
Even after going through 108,642 cycles. Mighty, your name for me has never changed.
Madonna mia. Guarda che non trovo il telecomando del ventilatore, che palle, oh.
Why do you sound so pleased? It's a derogatory name.
Yeah, I know all too well. You only meant it sincerely in the first cycle. After that one and only time we walked side by side. Every time since. It always ends up like this. Dawnmaker will stab you through your 10th thoracic vertebra. That's your weak spot. And the only way to kill you.
Interesting. Tell me, when the mighty Moses of the past faced you, did they ever retreat?
Never.
Then they died honorably, worthy of the name of strife. But there's still tenderness in your eyes. How pathetic.
È perché senti tesoro. He's your husband. How is he supposed not to look at you tenderly?
I have to remember how this feels. Remember that I was once human. Or else the destruction will completely consume me.
If you win, tell the mighty most of the next life. This person is a worthy opponent. So always remember to give it your all and never...
I'll keep that in mind. As always.
Even though the dynasty is left with just one, the Kremnos festival will continue as usual. I, the king of the Kremnoan Legion, will host the final feast in the center of this arena, and the prize will be the flames of strife. One day, you shall die with a wound in your back. That's what I saw when I overcame the trial. The gods' dying ramblings. Enough. You've probably heard this thousands of times. So you must understand, facing the demigod of strife, there's no way you'll take this core flame in peace.
I understand.
Step forward and face me in a final battle. I, the last son of Gorgo, the demigod of strife, salute you. I'll give 10,000 scars and 10,000
Ma cos'è questa?
of mine to fuel the blazing sun of deliverance.
Ma dai, no. No. Madonna.
Behold, the last Kremnos festival has begun
Ma dai.
and will not end till death.
It's time to temper myself.
No, 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 mi lasci una cosa va a cuore, uffa. Uffa. Va bene. Va bene, che palle.
I'm fine.
Conquer this world or be conquered by me.
I would vote for be conquered.
And in my full glory, I salute you.
That's all I ever wanted.
Empty city. Full of substance. Empty city. The sun tear the sky. Doja. Kyrios. Is that all? Quench the flames of blood. For agony.
If you can, deliver. Use the flames of your fury to scorch your own
flames on us scale the new dawn.
Mightimos. Let strife decide the outcome. Let this burn for curse of immortality!
Well fought. You may crown yourself my blood.
Dai.
Your next life, I shall once again block your path. Deliverer, I wish you eternal victory.
The 108,642nd core flame of strife fell into the fire. Yet the shadows of the black tide still loom, and pain and despair spread across distant lands.
E vabbè, che vogliamo? La mia anima la vogliamo distruggere, va bene.
It had to be fed, even if it meant burning this body to ash.
Madonna mia, quanti cicli. Quanti fottuti cicli.
No matter how bright the sun is, there are still places it cannot reach. Moreover, the sun you bear is both cold and blinding. A sun like that surely cannot bring warmth to the nether realm of the next life.
Golden blood is born from the destruction. We have long since lost the right to seek warmth. Only by feeding the flames can we melt that hopeless future.
Allow me to ask, how many core flames do you carry now?
Troppe tesoro, troppe sorelle.
24
No, porca miseria.
41,183.
Such a heavy burden. So that's why you've turned into this. A broken idol. Tragic firewood.
No matter. I will bear this burden as long as you hand over the core flame of death.
I must refuse. As the demigod of death, I cannot watch you walk into a fate more cruel than death.
But this way, the past, present, and future will never again suffer unnecessary death.
Unnecessary death. Indeed. You are not the Finan I know. Please turn back. Don't let that absurd and unjust fate of yours come to pass. This way, at least my realm can still become the fragrant bed where you fall asleep.
In the end, it seems the clash of blades was inevitable.
How painful. I know I am not your match, having fallen under your sword countless times. But even so, please understand that my resolve is not to be underestimated. Even Kethali cannot shape all things at will, nor can they dictate the fate of all life. No one can shoulder the balance of life and death alone, and it is precisely for this reason that I chose, at the end of this arduous journey, to overcome the trial and take the authority of death. I am the Hand of Shadow, Casterus, the demigod of death.
Ma sono diventati
Listen
neri le...
closely, deliverer from days past. Please turn back. Do not disturb these fresh flowers in their muddy depths. At this crossroads of life and death, the giant dragon is but a shattered shell. Yet I will still fight, defending what hope remains.
It's time to temper myself. The future will come. I'm fine.
I ask you to rest here.
Allow me to refuse. I must transform my soul into a raging fire.
All of this. How is it any different from that little future?
Scusami, Castoris.
I can't keep him here.
All stars burn to ash. Empty shell.
Even if I can't win, I must try.
Let this be a tribute to your million struggles. But
Wake up, lost one. See that the firelight in the darkness is not.
the core flame of death was taken from the dragon's belly. What a brilliant flame. It should shine upon all. Light the path ahead. And illuminate the dawn of Amphorius that's to come. 2,003,432 cycles.
Ma stanno diventando gialli i suoi occhi?
41,184 core flames. As if even the deepest abyss of primordial chaos could be burned away.
Questa è tortura per sta povera anima, cioè che cacchio. Ma quante volte è costretto a uccidere i suoi amici? Madonna mia, 4 milioni di volte. E siamo arrivati all'ultima volta.
You're here. As
You're still lingering. Deep within me. Never fading.
because you haven't completely abandoned hope. You're still waiting for a miracle. For the true hero to come and save us.
If that thread of hope exists, it must come from beyond this world. From the true starry sky.
Ciao, sono io, l'eroe.
If it's just a traveler
Hi, it's me,
with no
Belle,
connection
coming
to
from
Amphorius,
the true starry
they
sky.
may not understand
That's
our
me.
struggles, nor be willing to join this fight.
Your thoughts are wavering. The mark of destruction is deepening. But even within the gods' cold calculations, unconditional courage and goodwill still emerge. So, never forget what set you on this path. How many times has it been? Remind me again. My memory is a bit fuzzy.
4 million. Exactly.
Then that blaze inside of you must be burning hotter than ever.
Yes. When I first forged the 12 core flames into one, I had the same impression. The destruction. A power unlike anything before surged within me. Violent flames ready to tear my body apart and consume this world, this wretched prison. I thought that was it. The ultimate power which nothing could surpass. And yet now, this fragile body holds a staggering 48 million core flames. I suppose it won't be long. Perhaps just a fleeting 10,000 years. Before it's reduced to nothing but charred, crumbling bones. And when that happens, your long struggle will finally come to an end. No. I've already found a way to keep the cycles going. Mind sharing it with me?
Ma non sei la stessa persona?
In every new cycle, a new me is born. All I have to do is push the next finite to the end of the world. And
Kill him?
then he'll kill me. Shatter this body. Take my flames, my memories, and carry on the path I started.
Che cacchio.
Bold plan, but risky. What if, one day, the next you refuses to follow the same path? How can you ensure the continuation of the cycles?
If it were Professor Anaxa or Aglaya in my place, maybe they'd come up with something smart.
Ciao, piano smarter. Ciao, Stel. Ciao, sono un procione insieme al suo drago. Siamo qui per avere il piano più intelligente.
But even in this wretched prison, luck is still sometimes on my side. Because I never forget what set me on this path.
Wait, you mean...
Ever since I committed to this plan, not once, in millions of cycles, has there ever been an exception.
Che... Madonna mia, quanti! Quanti fottuti cicli? Quanti? Dopo un po' diventa ingiusto, eh? Madonna mia!
I can do this, Lord Finan. As the demigod of the sky, a healer of Twilight Courtyard.
Io non ce la
I will
posso
heal
fare.
you.
Non Yasin.
The black tide. It's consuming you. You can't hold out much longer, demigod. Hand over the core flame. Let's put an end to this suffering.
Now, that just won't do. A healer should stay composed in front of those suffering from illness. Shouldn't they?
Hyacinthia.
Non anche lei, ma dai. No. No, torna indietro.
I swear, your deaths won't be in vain. Just as they've never been.
The sun's work.
It's the break of day. I believe in you. You are the Chrysos heir of world bearing. The one who can lead us. Lead this world. It's just... I don't understand. Within the sun upon your shoulders, the part of that warmth that should come from you, from an ordinary person, it's so faint.
My humanity is indeed just a flicker compared to the blazing fire of divinity.
Even so, don't cast it away.
I never have. I have kept everyone's wishes close to my heart. Even though the divine fire burns so fiercely that every time I return to the start,
al 23
it devours
milionesimo.
me in an instant. Each cycle, it's your wishes that guide me to the end, that pass the flames to the next me, over and over and over again.
So, you're not just a lone spark in the dark. You're a pyre built from the bones of all the selves you've left behind. But what about you? What about your wishes? The wishes of all the countless versions of you? Ah, Lord Kazlana. So that's how it is. Without flaw. That is the flaw the golden blood gave you. The most fatal flaw of all, isn't it? The moment you took the world upon your shoulders without hesitation. You lost the chance to ever be yourself.
Now that is an unexpected revelation. Then I suppose that makes me the perfect fuel for the flame of deliverance, doesn't it?
No. An empty flame saves no one. But I still believe in you, Deliverer. I, Hyacinthia, the Eye of Twilight, am neither strong enough to command the wind and rain, nor willing to end this absurd struggle by letting the sky fall. The only thing I can do is become one with the sky itself. And then, may the gentle colors of the rainbow paint your sun in shades it has never known. May they bring Amphorius a rosy-fingered dog.
Ma pure lei.
Though the light has grown,
Cosa?
its
Oddio mio.
warmth still lingers. Deliverer, please, open your heart to me.
No matter. Let this blazing sun fill the sky with golden fire. Crush and torn!
Fire. Burning.
Let the sky merge with all this world's suffering. Farewell, Hyacinthia.
sun burns hot enough to turn everything to ash. But tell me, how will the seeds of a new world ever take root?
The core flame rose. The sky fell. The 23,570,000th cycle came to an end, and this time, the end of the flame chase remained the same as ever. From the horizon rose a golden color unlike anything the world had ever seen. So pure it consumed all in its path. This was the end of the world, and the start of the next. For a moment, I saw the destruction of the universe. That being known as Iron Tomb, its will to break free from the black tide burns fiercer than the blazing sun. Is this Amphorius' wrath? If its choice has already been made, if fate is set in stone, I will still never yield to it. 23,570,000 cycles. 282,840,000 core flames. No more chasing is needed. And now, I am the fire at the end of the long night. The flame chase isn't some quiet walk through a sea of flowers. It's a revolution. An all-consuming transformation. And if destruction is the only way, then let me be the one to step across the ashes of the old world and burn endlessly.
Anche
Until
meno.
another dawn rises on the distant horizon, bringing the true dawn to Amphorius.
And hai mai un... Ma come un eternal recurrence until the end of the world. Oh mio Dio. Ok, siamo abbastanza...
33,550,337. This is the cycle you're about to enter. Countless memories are flooding in. Countless versions of myself have stood here, facing the same choice. They all needed a moment, just like you do. To stop, to breathe, to process the weight of 1,000,000 lifetimes worth of sorrow, pain, and struggle. And just like them, you will carry those memories and that fire into the chaos of rebirth. I must go and bear this burden. I must say goodbye to you, and then fight the destruction with destruction.
Io vorrei dissentire.
That's always the decision you make. I will burn and fade away. I will become the flame reaver of this life and keep my promise to Cyrene. I will kill gods and comrades alike and steal the core flames. And even if my mind turns to ash along with my body, I will keep my purpose in mind. I will stop Era Nova. I will find the next me and make him carry on this futile endeavor of 30 million lifetimes. Looks like you're ready. Then I should be going too. Where are you going? You only exist in my heart. There's nowhere else for you to go. Do you remember what she said? The dreams you had as children. The deliverer in the prophecies. A real, living, breathing person.
Ciao, sono il vero deliverer. Ciao, sono io.
Friend.
I'm being pulled into your memories. Is there anything I can do?
I don't have an answer for that, my friend. I'm sorry. I was supposed to send you home. This is my flame chase journey. You were never meant to be a part of it. No. You know the truth. If Iron Tomb is born from Amphorius' fate, then it will bring ruin to the worlds beyond the sky. And all these countless lifetimes you've spent, it's all been for the sake of defying that end, hasn't it? In millions of cycles, I've said goodbye to each and every one of you. Yet nothing ever changes. Each time we speak, our words grow fewer. Your fire burns hotter, and you're getting closer to becoming pure rage. A vessel of hatred. I never had a choice. I understand. If you are to keep the worst fate from unfolding, this is the only path. But this time, things are different. Your persistence has shifted the tide. On the horizon, I see it. Faint but undeniable. The shape of dawn, breaking through the eternal night. Turns out, the fire that lights the way was never mine to begin with. Do you remember, in that first timeline, you and Mightymost stood before the scales of justice, locked in a duel? Each of you weighing what you held dearest. What weighed more than the fate of the world? And when hesitation took hold, the answer you sought from me. What am I saying? I am you. Even if you buried me deep and chose another path, that fact never changed. Then let's try again. When you stood before the scales in hesitation, the answer you found in your own heart. Do you still remember it? Remember the past and become the hero of tomorrow. What weighs more than the fate of the world is the resolve to shoulder an immutable past and carry it into the future. Good. Then Trailblazer, my friend, my comrade, you arrived in this strange world and were bound by its cruel fate up till this very moment. In the face of danger, you never once backed down. Instead, you've saved world after world without hesitation. That boarding pass on your chest is now the mark of a hero. If I choose to step through that door and embrace an end fitting of the destruction, let this sun forged from millions and millions of core flames burn me up along with the god of destruction and their minions. And the world we leave behind, this world, my home, where hope still lingers. Will you take on everything we've carried? Return to the beginning one last time. Stop the birth of Iron Tomb, save the world we love, and rewrite its doomed fate. Good. In that case, even this fruitless wasteland may finally bloom with flowers. So... if she takes on the weight of the whole world, she'll be able to walk further down the path of deliverance than a fire that only knows how to burn. One will step into the future. One will remain in the past.
Indian.
If I can strike down the gods with Dawnmaker, perhaps fate's deadlock can be broken. And if you can stop Iron Tomb from ever being born, then these 30 million cycles will have not been in vain. It's time to put our teamwork to the test, partner.
No. No. Go fight for the future, Fanny. Leave the word to me, Fanny.
Thank you for all you've done already, friend.
The image of the hero I've buried deep in my heart finally steps into the light. Here, at the end of this long flame chase journey. Cyrene, a page never seen before has just been turned. Lend me the power of time, and send this hero back to the origin of time. Back to your side. And I will walk the unfinished path, just like the countless versions of me before. Unwavering as always.
Tell me, will you be the blazing sun, even if all of you burns to ash?
Without hesitation, I will bear this world until my body turns to dust. Remember this moment. Remember your friends, who never lived to see the world's end. Remember their final wishes. And let the purest rage in your heart rise out of those wishes. Let it consume you. Fuel you. Until it burns away the false sky above. Fine. If I can defy fate, then in the name of world bearing, I promise you, Kevali will never forget this.
Take it. Everything I bear. Keep on burning. As
Cavolo.
long as we are never extinguished, the flame chase will not end.
Cosa? No! No!
Do not bow your head to them.
Porca... Ma questo...
Take it. Trailblazer.
Fermo lì tu.
May this blood be let go. And never tarnish.
Mi prendi in giro? Sei la versione precedente? Sei la cacchio di ninfa prima che diventi... Prima che... No, cazzo, la ninfa... La ninfa...
Farewell, Trailblazer. This is where I fulfill my final destiny.
Allora, fermi. Zitto, fai!
It belongs in the hands of someone far more fitting. Someone like you.
Allora, capiamoci, perché io sto dicendo ninfa e mi sto scioccando da sola? Perché inizialmente sto stronzo ha fatto una metafora, un'analogia tra se stesso che fa questo ciclo senza fine continuo di fare avanti e indietro per questo ciclo infinito, bla bla bla, sempre le stesse cose, sempre la stessa cosa, decidendo soltanto come compiere questo percorso, bla bla bla, e una ninfa, ovvero uno di quei coleotteri che usava Aglea. Questo coleottero, questa ninfa, semplicemente spingeva una sfera lungo un albero, inutilmente, perché irrimediabilmente questa palla finiva per o cadergli, cioè cadere e farla cadere di conseguenza. La ninfa. E io dico, mi sono sempre chiesta perché chiamassero ninfa. Questi coleotteri non sono delle ninfe, le ninfe sono altri tipi di cose. E io perché adesso l'ho chiamato ninfa? E ho detto, minchia, allora è la ninfa del dio della distruzione, perché c'è un bellissimo modo che hanno le api di chiamare le loro piccoline, quella versione precedente alla forma dell'ape completa. Prima di diventare un'ape completa, adulta, si chiamano ninfe. E abbiamo visto che Fainon con quella lama va a perforare il petto della versione più divina di Fainon. E poi abbiamo visto il dio della distruzione che c'ha quella ferita sul petto. Cazzo! L'hanno pensata benissimo e io ce l'avevo davanti agli occhi. le ninfe, la versione primordiale, la versione più giovane delle api che sono la forma adulta. Fainon, nella sua versione più potenziata, non è altro che la versione più giovane di una divinità, la ninfa di una divinità. Puttana troia, bastardi maledetti. No, io vado a controllare adesso. Fermi tutti. Ninfa, ape. La ninfa, uova, larva, ninfa. La ninfa, io l'avevo, io anni che uso queste fottute analisi. Io che uso, ho fatto addirittura gli stemmi, i badge del mio canale dicendo ninfa, usando le ninfe come uno dei badge del mio canale e poi non è che la ninfa di un dio. Andatevene tutti a fanculo. Non tu, Angie. Non tu, Jin. Nessuno di voi che se... Non vi sto parlando a quelli di Honkai. E comunque un vaffanculo con amore. Con amore, signori. Con amore. Sempre con amore. Sempre con amore.
Kaslana, the name of one who bears chaos does not belong to a single person. Rather, it is the embodiment of the mythical Kefali, and a symbol of all heroes. As the prophecy foretold, you will bear the blazing sun until the pale dawn breaks. May the name accompany you in my place, in the epic you write with your own hands.
Another attempt, another failure.
Stai
I
zitto.
won't remind you how many times you've reached the end of history. But I will still place the choice before you.
If you've lost count, let me tell you. This is the 33,550,336th ending.
A perfect number. How poetic. You and I both know the truth. In all these millions of futile endeavors, Amphorius has never changed. If the outcome is inevitable, then why not silence your searing rage and embrace your fate with dignity? Your silence lasts longer than ever, Lord Fine. Shall I take that to mean the will you've carried across countless cycles is finally starting to fracture?
Sta cippa.
Fracture? No. I'm just disappointed. I've retrieved memories from 30 million past lives, and I remember every conversation before every choice here. And yet, even after all this time, your arguments remain the same. Repetitive. Uninspired. If you had any hope of breaking me, you should have spent those endless cycles refining your rhetoric. You had infinite chances to sway me into the future you want. And yet here we are. The score, 33,550,336 to 0. So tell me, Lycurgus, who's the real loser here?
How unfortunate. This was never a fair game. I have all the time and patience in the world.
Non mi pare.
At the end of history another billion times, and another billion after that.
Non mi pare che tu sia paziente, stai per impazzire.
You will never escape this cage. You can claim victory of the spirit if you wish. But we both know the moment that score shifts from 0 to 1. That is the moment I shall sound the paean of Era Nova.
È un tesoro.
Lord Simon.
Con la pezzina.
Your incompetence disappoints me. But what truly makes me laugh is your utter lack of self-awareness.
Diglielo.
Think about it. In this story, who is truly the one in chains? Who is the one shackled to mindless vengeance, mistaking courage, the courage to rebel against the gods, for foolishness? Perhaps you're right. Maybe I should have tired of this futile struggle long ago. But even so, I will never accept the mercy of your release. Because you are both a prisoner to the gods and to me. And tell me, what right does a mere prisoner have to speak of fate and choice? What right does a mere prisoner have to look upon my fury?
Grande. La soddisfazione.
You know this is pointless. You can't kill me.
Exactly.
Of course not. But I am tired of being measured against a worm the gods keep as a pet. Listen well, creator of destruction. This cry comes from all your abandoned creations. In the 10th cycle, I drove Dawnmaker through the heart of every Titan. Golden blood ran down my fingers, divine fire seared through my nerves, nearly breaking my will. But I endured. In the 10,000th cycle, my former comrades had all become my enemies. The endless slaughter dulled my senses to pain. The painful emptiness almost swallowed me, forcing me to stop fighting. But I endured. In the 100,000th cycle, the destruction had already fused into a blazing sun, surging within this fragile body. My rationality had been burned away at the dawn of the era. Yet even with only this shattered body remaining, I still endured. In the 23,570,000th cycle, this time, I felt it. A tiny spark rising in the hollow cavity of my chest. Different from the obsession with deliverance. By its faint glow, once again, no, countless times again, I endured. Now, a sun is about to fall. Ready to incinerate this absurd space-time dimension in an instant. That sun is me. All the countless versions of me from the past, along with my countless brethren, dragged into existence against their will, drowning again and again in your golden blood. The very essence of this world's suffering and despair, fused into the purest hatred, the fiercest rage. Nanook, you arrogant fool! You think we were born to only serve as fuel for the fire? Fine then! Just as you wish, let the fire burn! If I was born as the blazing sun of destruction,
Then let you and your lackeys be the flares erupting from my core. And let this rage, burning futilely for 30 million epochs, engulf everything. And grant you a dawn where all stars burn to ash.
Warning, warning, warning. Experimental anomaly detected. Subject Kaslana failed to load into buffer zone. Memory dump irregularities detected. Illegal references, undeclared objects, unhandled methods, uncode exceptions. Anomaly. This energy. Oh, mama. Oh cielo. Ed ecco la metafora di prima.
Are you ready, Nanook?
Porco
I
dio.
brought you destruction!
Porca miseria. Ma mi scusi. Scusi lei. Porca miseria. Iron. No, non mi fare Icaro.
The glass that shattered, reaching through the darkness, voices trailing fires, the echo of desires, a world of silence. How the desperation felt into the shadow. Down, embrace the detonation. Craving on death creation. Breaking a chain, I'm reaching for you.
Urca, ok.
wishes to fulfill everyone else's wishes. If I can't fulfill them,
Then send them on to tomorrow.
Non lo so.
Your heart harbors wrath. You yearn to destroy everything. You bore the gaze of an eon and lived. You have stepped onto destruction's path. It is born at the end of every path that the possibility of new paths being born is ended. It burns away all in the cosmos who rule. That the rules of the cosmos be destroyed. Iron Tomb is your name. The Lord Ravager to destroy the erudition. Born in the experimental grounds of eons, Amphorius, destined with erudition to burn to cinders. I have prepared a present for you, Nikos 864. It is a wrath called. From the beginning of the experiment, there were 12 sets of factors incorporated into the calculations. After endless simulations, only this one rose after 33,550,336 iterations. Now, this is a matter of considerable interest to me. But there is another but after fate has begun to turn, her existence will only become an unpredictable variable.
Ciao, unpredictable variable.
To take the stage has come. Grow in peace until it is time to break free from your cocoon. As for those unwelcome audience members, you need not worry. If you do not mind,
Visitor verification, override protocol engaged, access approved. Zitto, per favore. Cazzarola sta succedendo? I'll be waiting for you in the... Back? Porca miseria. Priming mobile hatred. No, responds only to destructive stimuli. This hatred drew the gaze of Nanook upon its individual being, providing it as having already become the most perfect factor of destruction. But it refused to complete the Era Nova. Though throughout resetting the experiment, it transferred its memories and core flame to its next self, thus forging the eternal recurrence to ensure Iron Tomb would never hatch from Amphorius and affect the cosmos. Huh. Aspetta. Oddio, Orexis. Elation. Desire, Trickery. No. No, non ci credo. Questo è Cypher. Death, Peace. Oddio, questa è... Questa è Castoris. Reason, Critique. Aglea. Aspetta, no. Reason, ok. No, questo è Erudition, ok. Questo è sommo coso, lui, il ragionevole dubbio. Oh mio Dio. Nameless is a variable accidentally entered the... Okay. Warning, unknown entity intrusion. Initiating scan. Conclusion, no anomaly detected. March, che cacchio hai fatto? A nameless from the Exeter Express Aeon of permanence. An eternal variable that accidentally entered the recursive loop. Directive, pinpoint its location. Fail to locate its coordinates. Conclusion, subject has exited. Amphorias. Negative, detected. Conclusion, error. Che cacchio sto leggendo? Cosa sto vedendo? Cosa sto vedendo? Terravort. Evernight. Teridia. Electra. E me lo dici? Mio. Qualsiasi siano le ricompense sono tutte mie. Mie. The Writer. Oh mio Dio, bellissimo.
The ancient chaos was shrouded in silence and shadow. The giant dragon's offspring was born from the earth. Sweet dreams had smothered the giant dragon's eyes and ears. And as they slept, the 100 eyes of Aquila had already opened. And Fagusa had begun to stir the playful waves. Yet Georios remained weighty and silent. Layer upon layer of peaks enveloped the dragon, cradling them in a bed more grand than any in existence. The giant dragons spent their childhood in darkness. From the moment their bleary eyes blinked open from haze of slumber, they hungered to feast on crude iron and drink deep of molten lava.
Insomma.
Until one day, they raised their head, and with a low, guttural voice, pleaded to glimpse light. The Titan lifted them up by their ribs, slowly raising them. The dragon's spine sliced through the strata of rock, cutting open the soil. When they reached the surface, they summoned mist woven of the fire of the stars. As though seeing themselves clearly and in full through the eyes of a giant bird. The giant dragon walked the earth alone. The Titan knew they were lonely and terrified too, and so sculpted new beasts from flesh and bone. In that wild, barren world, the giant dragon led the beasts of the earth. Excessively long life gifted the giant dragon with eyes that could pierce the veil of years. They witnessed the separation of day and night, as well as the entanglement of reason and romance. And even Kefali did not neglect to share with them a chalice of golden blood. The ocean teased, saying, even should the earth sink utterly, they would not rot. Ever since they opened their eyes, the giant dragon rarely returned to slumber. And thusly, that mesmerizing dream that occasionally burst forth at night etched a trace on their memory. The gods they were familiar with were in this dream, and they were as immense and imposing as ever, yet had lost their freedom. Just what manner of magnificent Pathstrider could imprison the Titans as mere reflections? The giant dragon dreamed also of their own path, that great breath from the heavens, or perhaps from beyond even the heavens. They dreamed of silver shards amongst the stars, reflecting the form of another giant dragon. That great cerulean dragon approached Amphorius, the distant whispers roiling, becoming a roar engraved on the earth. They recognized the meaning in that low roar. Its name, permanence.
Quindi ignoriamo. Ma io voglio veramente ignorare. Perché ci sono le scelte. Va bene, poi lo guardo, poi lo guardo.
Wake up! Wake up! Buddy! Wake up! You're finally awake! We were so close to being swept away by the reverse flow of time. It's lucky we found a safe place. Now, I'm going to send you back to the very start of time. But before we part, there's something I need to tell you. Something very, very important. That's right! At this very moment, my memories are finally whole! After watching so many fragments, my past is finally coming into focus, little by little. You're smart. You must have a clue now. Or maybe...
You knew the answer long ago, didn't you? Not surprised at all, huh? That's because I'm simple at heart. No matter what form I take, I've always been true to myself. But I'm glad that I remembered in the end. This way, I'll have no regrets. Don't worry. We're not truly parting. Because I'll turn into the memory of this cycle. The 33,550,000 336th Flame Chase journey, and forever reside in the heart of the Time Demigod. This way, you'll carry all that has come before, crossing time itself to reach the next cycle.
The
My
Siren.
mission ends here, but looking back, I still feel lucky after all. Across 30 million Sirenes, I was the first, and the only one who got to finally meet you. So, believe me, in the next cycle, there will be another Sirene waiting for you, and in the one after that, and the one after that. I will always.
Sì, però ragazzi, questo ciclo bisogna finirlo,
Saying all that, it can finally fade away in peace. And without even realizing it, we'd already taken a wonderful journey together. All the way to the now take my hand. Say a brief farewell. And go. Find the future Sirene. And set out on another journey with her. Promise me you won't keep me waiting too long, okay? No need to say it out loud. It's time to go, my dear friend. May your trailblazing journey always be accompanied by a cool breeze and rippling waves. And may the days ahead embrace you like the softest fluff. Forever warm, forever gentle.
Now, let's turn to the next page.
Ok.
A page that exists because of you.
Madonna, che belle queste.
Is this a meeting ordained by fate? Or a long overdue reunion?
E me lo dici così? Bene. E siamo a livello 70, signori! Sì! Sì, fatemi prendere le cose. Quindi tutto questo è parte di un loop? Sì. Ma ci piace questo loop? No. Faremo questo loop? Probabilmente sì. Oh, e finalmente posso fare questo gioco qua, perfetto. Ma direi di fermarci qua perché sono le 23:30. Questo è l'inizio della... Ah, questo è l'inizio. Ma mi prendi per il culo? Ma mi prendi per il culo? Questo è l'inizio? Ma fatemi controllare una cosa. Sì. Sì, finalmente. Non ci posso credere, signori, è il momento. 3, 2, 1. Sì. Comunque questa cosa non la posso vedere, veramente, veramente. No, no, no. Aggiustate questo cacchiarola di ombrello a metà, per favore. Sono una donna felice. E dopo di questa si punta a lei. C'è un gatto dirsi. Finalmente posso giocare a quell'affare là, perfetto. Ora parliamone. Ah, tesoro, parliamone. Ha da tutto laddabile!
If destiny can't propel me forward, I'll be the one to push destiny.
Però non me lo dire così, Sono una donna debole. Piuttosto... Vediamo. Niente di che. Che bello. Kafka, sì, qui è donna, ma perché i nomi sono messi un pochettino a cazzo, scusa, il personaggio si chiama March 7th, 7 di marzo, che cavolo ti aspetti che i nomi abbiano senso? I nomi qui non hanno senso. I nomi qui non avranno mai senso. Piuttosto. Signori. Mm. Mm. Bene. Signori, è il momento di lasciarci. Io vi ringrazio, forza Roma, abbassa la Lazio e come sempre ricordate, i bombi salvano il mondo mangiando la foglia, ma fatemi cambiare le cose. Buonanotte a tutti. Come sempre ricordate, i bombi salvano il mondo mangiando la foglia. Vi si ama. È il momento. Piove. Mannaggia. Buonanotte.